The legal battle between Donald Trump and the state of California has continued to escalate. The Trump administration is canceling a $929 million grant to the state's high-speed rail authority after the state moved to challenge the president's declaration of a national emergency at the southern border with Mexico. Trump tweeting this morning, California now wants to scale back their already failed fast train project by substantially shortening the distance so that it no longer goes from LA to San Francisco. A different deal and record cost overruns, setting the federal government back the billions of dollars wasted. That, of course, coming from Trump, not quite to the level of Dan Roberts' rendition of Trump's tweets. Now, this is the most interesting wrinkle of this to me. California Governor Gavin Newsom, the ex-husband of the president's eldest son's girlfriend, said the state will fight for the federal grant for the rail project. Newsom did say last week that he would scale back the high-speed rail connection between LA and San Francisco. That is what the president is referencing in that tweet earlier. This project will cost $77 billion. Reportedly, of course, everything that happens in public infrastructure costs more than that. Now, the state has already spent $2.5 billion of federal money on the project, so Trump wants that money back.
Well, they can't give it back.
I mean, it's been spent.
It's been spent.
I agree with Trump here, because Newsom came out and basically said, we are scaling this back.
Yes.
This is not actually going to happen in the way we promised, in the way we got the federal funding. So there's a certain sense of, if you're not going to actually follow through on the plan, then you kind of have to dish up the money that was supposed to be allocated to the plan.
Like now taxpayers have to pay just for tests to see if we can make something happen. And then, well, we didn't, but we experimented.
But, I mean, the thing that is now at issue is that California doesn't like what the president did. And so he's going to retaliate against an individual state for a project that is not related to the national emergency that the state is challenging that Trump declared.
I know, but he conflates it all. Well, it's all California.
And I think what I don't like about the story is this notion that the thing that's really standing between infrastructure projects getting done is the cost of the project, because everyone knows that costs are going to end up being higher than they're probably projected, but it's an investment, right? Cost says, here's the thing, we have to buy this pair of jeans for the state of California. We wear the jeans once and it's over, right? But if you actually build a railroad from LA to San Francisco, people in California and people who travel to California continue to use that. And I go all the way back to 2009, I think it was, when New Jersey had, I think, $3 billion of federal funding for a new tunnel between New Jersey and Manhattan. And Chris Christie canceled the project, then the governor of New Jersey, because he said, well, it would cost too much. So they didn't get the money, and the state was just left with nothing, right? And the area was left with nothing. So
it shouldn't be a zero-sum game, though.
Right, but
there should be gradients.
I
know. It's like it's either going to happen fully or it won't happen at all.
Right.
And right now, they're on opposite ends of the spectrum.